Howdy, howdy.
Hello,
Howdy,
hello, what up?
y'all. Howdy, y'all. LH, doesn't someone else say howdy, y'all, all the time? Weird. Anyway, Af, you know anyone that says howdy, y'all, whenever they introduce themselves?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
A certain 148, maybe? Not anymore. You're right. Get them. We're making fun of.
Get 'em out.
I've been saying LH's to get them of DMG, but I'm not a fan. Anyway, what's up, everybody?
Been a
Hail
minute.
married. It has been a minute. We were deathly sick last week.
Oh, yeah. No fun.
Can you raise your right hand? Okay, can you move to the left a little bit? I just had to see what was right and left for you. That's all. There you go. Beautiful. Perfect. Thank you. He says stupid shit like, how's it stankin'? Yeah, you're right.
I've heard him say that before.
Yeah. Howdy y'all used to be his thing. He hasn't said it in a while. Anyway, irrelevant. Football stuff this week. Last week we really didn't watch a whole lot of football. And then like on top of that, we just fell crazy sick on Tuesday to do Hail Married. So it just wasn't in the cards for us. This week, Raiders, indeed Raiders. Holy shit.
That's a crazy game. We'll touch base upon that. What up, Silent Maze?
We're definitely going to touch base on the Raiders game. Silent Maze, Af, do you want to run and grab the things to show off real quick now that Silent Maze is here?
Yeah.
We almost forgot. It's been too long.
Yes. We've been running late.
So, yeah, we kind of ran around. Like, I'll vamp while you're grabbing them. We have something to show off, a gift from one of the viewers to the show for each of us. We have it on display in the living room. Af set up in the living room. I'm set up in my office. So I actually don't. You know what? I'm gonna. Yeah, whatever. We'll just show it off with you. Silent May sent the show in a couple of gifts. Why don't you go ahead and show them mine first and foremost? Let's do mine.
So this
because I think yours is so freaking cool.
Carnage. Y'all can see.
The Giants logo. He 3D printed the Giants logo for me, which is fucking amazing.
Awesome. Fucking awesome.
So awesome. And then showing the Bills one.
And this one is insane.
And what's cool about this one is it doubles as a way to shotgun a beer a la Buffalo Bill fan style. So you can use the hooves to shotgun a beer.
Yes.
It's fucking so cool. She's got a shotgun and beer and jump through a table. Yeah, see? Silent Face knows what's up.
So awesome.
Fucking awesome gift for a Buffalo Bills fan. It's so cool. Thank you so much for that, dude. I appreciate you. We wanted to shout you out on here properly, and when we missed last week, we were like, we have to do it the next week. There's no way we're missing that. So we've had it for a little while, but we've been waiting to do a show to show it off. So there it is. Yeah, I thought you wasn't going to be on. Yeah, no, we're on. Don't worry. We're on. Got a lot to talk about with the Patriots. Don't you worry, Red Thunder. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thanks. That was loud, huh? All right. We got a lot to talk about with the Patriots. Like I said, man, what a game that was. But before we get into that, I just want to touch base a little bit on what's going on for the rest of the week on this channel. As you guys know, we're well into the midst of the DM Jesus event, 12 days of DM Jesus. So like the rest of this week, tonight we got Hail Married, right? But then the rest of this week is going to be all the DM Jesus events. I keep fucking it up. 12 days of DM Jesus events. Well, what's good about that, Bubs, maybe you don't know this half, but we got Fresco coming on tomorrow.
Oh,
and
cool.
Fresco has been doing this thing with his Christmas event stuff where he had the Ghost of Christmas Past, which was his daughter, I think. And then the Ghost of Christmas Present, which is his wife. He's got a special guest for the Ghost of Christmas Future next week. I don't know who it is yet, so that's going to be cool. Yeah, I have an idea of who it is, and if so, I know Silent Mace is going to be happy. It's a certain half of Side Splitters that he hasn't probably heard from in a while. So, anyway,
we're just talking about you.
Merry Christmas. Fresco's here? No shit. Hell yeah. What's up, Fresco? How are you? DM Jesus? Yeah, so DMG as in Dark Mode Gaming, you know, Discord you're a part of. Anyway, so Fresco, that's going to be exciting. He's got a special guest tomorrow. Then after that, Birds is the Word. First time ever in a DMG event. He's going to be streaming. So that's exciting. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then Thursday, we're taking a day off. But then Friday, holy shit. You got Laird doing the 3 to 5 p.m. slot, Eastern time. After Laird, make sure to keep it locked for Laird. But immediately following Laird, there's going to be a little bit of a break, and it's going to be very small. But somewhere in between like the 5:30 and 6 p.m. era, there's going to be something that you guys are going to want to see. And Silent Mace, you especially, dog, pay attention to this part. Call Me LH, Lulu herself has put together a fucking game show that would rival some of the Baron's finest work for Silent Mace. And for people at DMG that don't understand that talk, it's a fucking dope-ass game show that you guys would all come to expect Lulu to do. But I think this might be the best one yet. And I'm not just saying that because I'm on it. By the way, spoiler, I'm on it. But it's going to be an awesome time. There was a lot of work that was put into that. Immediately following that brilliance, there's going to be the DMG D&D one-shot. And that's going to be me. It's going to be Lulu. It's going to be Cassie. It's going to be Runa. And Blaze is going to be the DM. That's going to be a good time. So make sure to tune in for that. And then Saturday, Blaze, Runa, and Trav. That's Travtastic are going to be closing it out with some Call of Duty. So should be a good time. I certainly can't wait. And hopefully we can make Blaze put a 24-hour Yule log of Damien, of Pilot Jones, doing the DMG Yule log on Christmas Day. That'd be fun. But anyway, a lot of stuff to get to. So now that that's all out of the way, let's just jump right in. Get into the first game. I mean, it only makes sense that we talk about the biggest game first, right?
Is that your Giants?
No, the Colts and Vikings.
Okay.
Yeah, come on. Largest comeback in history. Yeah. How could we not touch on this?
Can we just say Matt Ryan? I just feel bad for him. He's been on the end of two major comebacks from the opposite team in NFL history. One when he was with the Falcons, and everybody knows about that Super Bowl 28-3.
28-3, yeah.
And now here we are. It was 33-0. What, at halftime?
Was it 33? I thought it was just 30. It might have been 33.
I thought it was 33-0.
And they scored another 3. They did, yeah. Okay, so here you are, third quarter. 9 minutes left of the game. The Vikings are just starting to get into the red zone for their first score. And it's 33-0. So, yeah. What a comeback, though. Kirk Cousins just kind of came alive in the second half. And next thing you know, the Vikings are starting to put something together. And, no one's really believing it right away. They're going, okay, now they're waking up. A little too late, but now they're waking up.
Yeah.
But it was just the beginning. It was just the beginning. And Matt Ryan started tasting the air, and he was just like, oh no, I've been here before. I got to stop this. And they just couldn't. They just couldn't do it. The Vikings defense stepped up, did what they had to do to get it done. The Indianapolis Colts ended up scoring another 3 points, but after that, the Vikings just went on to score. I think they got the
36.
Was it 40 to? No, that doesn't make sense. They went to overtime, 36-36. And then they got the field goal to win the game, 39-36, Vikings in overtime.
Gotcha.
Biggest comeback in NFL history. What a game that was. So,
crazy.
Was crazy. Let's move on. 49ers and Seahawks. First of all, before we move too far beyond that, let's just talk about the Vikings for a second here. Did they clinch yet? They're clinched, right? At least playoff berth, right? Yeah.
They're clinched for going to the
probably their division, huh?
We don't know for we don't know first place, or that won't be until a couple games, right?
Yeah, we don't know seeding yet. They definitely clinched their division, though. Yeah, okay. Yeah. San Fran, Seattle, division game. Man, I got to tell you, I thought Seattle was going to do a little bit more than this. I thought with the brand new quarterback on the 49ers behalf and Geno Smith kind of having a little bit of a slump, maybe this was his return to form game. But San Fran's defense just was not allowing that to happen.
Oh, yeah. San Fran's are scary. Even with Brock Purdy. Geno looked off. He looked off that game.
He's looked off for a couple games now. I'm starting to wonder if maybe we just seen a flash in the pan of Geno Smith. That was probably all we're ever going to get of him. And now he's returned to form, normal Geno Smith.
Very true.
Anything else that stood out about the 49ers game here?
Kittle had a nice play, nice touchdown where Brock Purdy threw a pass. And
what do you think of Brock Purdy? Do you think he's here to stay, or?
Yeah, definitely. He looks pretty good. I mean, he's doing exactly what San Fran needs him to do. So we shall see. Who knows? Maybe he does so good that other teams, they got value to get more players because he's value. They still got Jimmy Garoppolo,
Jimmy Garoppolo,
Trey
Trey
Lance.
Lance,
Can't forget
Brock
about Trey
Purdy.
Lance.
Who
That's
who
their
do they
starter.
who do they keep? Who do they get rid of next year?
Yeah. Oh man. Thank you.
What do you think?
Well, I think they've already invested in Trey Lance. They're gonna keep Trey Lance. They're gonna do something with Jimmy Garoppolo, trade him, and maybe Brock Purdy might be the backup. I don't know because this is his rookie year.
We shall
So
see. Either way, San Fran takes this one. Miami and Buffalo.
oh come on now, we obviously know.
We know who won just based on that alone, but I'm gonna be honest. I missed this game. I'm pretty upset that I missed this game. I've seen it
The
though.
whole thing.
It didn't start in the snow, but eventually it got to snowing.
Understand why I was texting him about it.
Yeah, no, I didn't get the text. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah. Next thing you know, I'm like, oh crap, the game's over. Oh man.
I mean, it was. I mean, you got to think it was tied, and then at the very end, they kicked. The Bills kicked that field goal and won it at the very end. So, I mean, it was very close. It was a nail biter.
Yeah, division game it should be. Yeah, the Saturday games, man, they just kind of messed me all up for the week. I watched the one and I was like, okay, that's the special game. I can stop watching football for the rest of the day because I didn't really care about the Browns game. I'm not interested in that, but. This game, the Buffalo and Dolphins one, I wanted to catch this, but just missed it. Either way, here's what the field looked like by the end of it. Good Lord, that thing is covered in snow. What a fun game that would have been to watch.
Yeah.
But it was tied up towards the end there. Buffalo, of course, went on a little bit of a drive there.
Got the field goal. Ran the clock. The last couple minutes, they could have easily scored a touchdown and gave Miami back the ball. But if you watch,
too risky with snow.
And they played the clock. And they've been doing a lot about that. I've been like this season, that was kind of like their downfall. It was always like boom, 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 let's score as many touchdowns as we can, And but this season they really have been taking their time and managing that clock.
Definitely don't want to risk anything when it's a snow game like that. All of a sudden any play runs a risk of being a turnover. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dallas and Jacksonville.
Ooh, this was the game. This went into overtime.
Yeah, we had to talk about this one, right? America's team. Come on. I've been seeing a lot of things. So this game went into overtime, like I've said already. And spoiler, the Cowboys did not win. A lot of people have been saying, kind of dogging on the Jaguars, as in like, oh, they lost to the Jaguars? How good can they be? They lost to the Jaguars? I don't understand that.
They're pretty stacked.
I was going to say, I'm not saying that they're great, but like, I don't know. Jacksonville's not far from having it together and starting to be competitive. It's like they're showing flashes of greatness. Trevor Lawrence is definitely starting to, get it together. Once he gets some weapons around him and proper coaching, that might be something to watch out for.
Let's look at it like this. This is technically, even though Trevor Lawrence played last year, I would say let's look at this as like his rookie year, because last year he had a different, what's his name got fired like halfway through the season. Like he wasn't a really good coach when it came to the NFL, so there's a lot of drama.
Urban Meyer.
Yeah, remember all the drama and stuff with that? Like, so I would technically say this is like his rookie year. So God only knows what he could do next year.
That's a good point. They get some talent behind him. They get a solid offensive line in there and, start getting some things together right now. He's got Christian Kirk and Evan Ingram. That's not really doing a whole lot. So, yeah, a little bit more pieces, and they might have something there. But either way, it was enough to get it done this week against the Cowboys, who are playing the Eagles next week. Eagles arguably one of the best teams in football right now, and for some reason, they're the underdogs going against Dallas next week.
Well, Jalen Hurts might be hurt, so they might play Gardner Minshew. So I don't know. I don't know why they would still even be underdogs, even regardless. Like,
let's touch on the Eagles real quick. I was going to say, like, I'm not showing the highlights of their game because they beat the Bears. Is anyone really surprised? I mean, it was a close game. Don't get me wrong. I was surprised with how close it was, but they beat the Bears.
All the games for the Bears. The Bears are only, I think, a few players away. They're another one, a few players away from being, good. You know.
Yeah. But the Eagles. So the big thing, the big buzz thing with the Eagles this week is Jalen Hurts being injured. He has a sprained shoulder. Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
So a sprained shoulder. You could rest him a week or two. He'll probably be okay, at least good enough. How much do you rest him?
I know you still want to get that first seed though.
All three teams remaining are division teams. You got the Cowboys, you got the Commanders, you got the Giants. So 3 division games. Do you bench him for all 3 games? Does he play at all?
No, I think he needs to play some because you don't want what we were watching earlier. If you bench him all 3 games, the next time he would play would be like the middle or towards the end of January. That's a lot. You want to let him do a couple snaps, maybe let him come play for a little bit here and there. You know,
I would say almost like a preseason. Only bench him if he's hurt. Man, but I mean, like, he's got a sprained shoulder, so like if they bench him, they gotta let him rest it a little bit, right? So they bench him next week against the Cowboys. Maybe bench him against Washington and then only play him in the first half against the Giants if need be. That's the way I look at it. I saw they might bench him for the next game and play the last games. Oh, really? Yeah, I don't know. I guess time will tell, right? And then who knows? Maybe after next game, maybe Gardner Minshew shows up and shows that, like, hey, I can win these last couple games. Just me. Don't worry about this, guys.
Maybe that's what they need. I mean, they're still loaded. Let's be honest. Like, they're still loaded offense.
They still have an incredible offense, right? Exactly. They still have an incredible offense. Lots of talent on the offense. I don't think removing one piece of that, be it the main piece or not, is going to be that detrimental. I still think the Eagles come out of this, even with Gardner Minshew starting. I think they can still win 1 or 2 of these last 3 games without Jalen Hurts. So I don't think there's any problems there. I was just curious what your opinion was as far as benching them or starting them. Either way, Cowboys were winning this game. We're showing the Cowboys still. Cowboys were winning this game. Then the Jaguars came back, brought it to overtime, and then ended up winning it in overtime. Cowboys lost. They go to 10-4. Jaguars 6-8.
Yep.
Next game. Detroit and the Jets.
So
gotta talk about this
Zach
game.
Wilson,
Yeah.
who's been benched the last couple games.
Yep.
So yeah, the Jets didn't look all that good playing against Detroit.
Man, is it that they didn't look all that good, or is Detroit starting to show the NFL like who they really are?
They're 6-1 in the last 7 games. That's
crazy.
They started 1-6, and now in the last they're 6-1.
Crazy. This is like that's the kind of run you go on in the year 2007 when you're trying to beat the undefeated Tom Brady. That's the kind of shit that happens. This is what that reminds me of, to be honest. Just a team that everyone kind of counted out and said, hey, they're almost there, but they're not quite there yet. And everyone kind of counted them out. They go on this tear. All of a sudden, they get enough wins under their belt to where they can sneak into a wild card spot. They're probably going to take it from the Commanders at this point since they lost now. So like they sneak a wild card spot. Next thing you know, a couple of pieces start moving a little faster, and they're taking out some of the Giants in the playoffs. Not the Giants, mind you. Hopefully not, at least, but some of the bigger teams in the playoffs. That's crazy to say. Because I can honestly see there's a couple of sneaky things. So like you got San Fran going to the playoffs, right? There's probably no doubt about that.
Yeah, I think they already clinched.
Okay. You got Minnesota going. You got the Eagles going, the Cowboys, the Giants, more than likely. And then you got Tampa Bay. Now, if you look at those teams, Eagles,
that whole division has a losing.
Eagles definitely a solid team. Cowboys, probably a solid team. Giants are kind of wishy-washy. Tampa Bay, for a division leader, not that solid of a team, unless, of course, you are talking Tom Brady. So that's the other thing on it. Does Tom Brady wake up in the playoffs and all of a sudden everyone that's counting Tampa Bay out shouldn't be, and they end up going on a tear and beating some of the crazier teams? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Fun stuff coming up in the playoffs, that's for sure. But
it'll be interesting, and we'll be here to cover it all for y'all.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, for sure. But Detroit and the Jets, they kept it close all the way to the end. I think it was a 3-point win, 20-17. Yeah, 2017. Whoops. Lions took this one over the Jets. Oh, yeah, that's right. They missed a 58-yard field goal. Jets went for a 58-yard field goal to try to tie it. 1 second left on the clock. They miss it. It doesn't go to overtime. There's the miss. Lions win. Okay. I'm sorry, Chris. Red Thunder. I put this off for as long as I could, Doug, but we got to talk about it. We got to talk about this game. First of all, let's talk about the Raiders. The Lions ain't the only team that's been on a little bit of a tear. Granted, it's no Lions tear, but the Raiders are starting to kind of shape things together. It's a little too late for them, but I mean, maybe a little glimpse of the future here.
Yeah. I mean, they were supposed to be really good this season, but
Yeah, I mean, they were supposed to be good this season. Right. It might suddenly be coming together. Maybe everyone's starting to gel a little bit more. Maybe it just another piece or two to switch out just kind of makes everything mesh a little bit better.
Could be the quarterback. Do you think like someone like Jimmy Garoppolo could go there, or you know what I mean?
That's rough.
Just saying.
Do you get rid of? Okay, so I mean, Derek Carr, like, that's a fan favorite right there. That's a fan favorite. That's a locker room guy. Like, he might not be the greatest quarterback, but
yeah,
I don't know if Jimmy Garoppolo is good enough to replace what Derek Carr brings to the table. You know what I mean?
I gotcha. He's a veteran. Like, yeah.
They're really good. They just can't finish. LOL. Yeah. The Raiders, you mean? Or I don't know which one you're talking about, but either way. So yeah, I mean, that's certainly something to think about, though. Jimmy Garoppolo going to the Raiders. I hadn't considered that.
Yeah. We shall see.
Then something else to consider. What about all the not just Jimmy Garoppolo, but I don't know, maybe Trey Lance?
Oh yeah, they could. Yeah, you never know.
Maybe Kyler Murray.
Oh yeah, I don't know if Arizona's gonna keep. I don't know. I would think. I don't know. Who knows? Or you know who else? Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson. That's a great bring. Yeah, that's a great pull. It's true. Sorry, we just got here. You're good, brother. Welcome. What about Tom Brady?
Oh yeah.
He's got no Giselle holding him back anymore. He's saying, "Fuck it, I'm playing until I'm 50. I'm playing until these bitches can stop me." And Tampa Bay ain't the team anymore. He's showing that. So who knows? Maybe he goes to San Fran. Maybe he goes to the Raiders. Oh, I'm just trying to drag this out here. Okay, skip to the end where my team messed up. Yeah. Been building a PC. Fuck yeah, Blaze. Hell yeah. So any good Raiders fan will tell you the Raiders usually blow it in the end. And it started to seem that way. The Raiders certainly weren't doing themselves any favors. Oh, I fucked up. And then it comes down to one last play. They tie it up. They managed to get the ball back to the Patriots, but it's fine. Chances are they have enough defense that they can cover this. There's one play left. It's 3rd and 10. Mac Jones is in a shotgun formation. He's probably going to try one last Hail Mary play. And let's see what happens here. He drops back. He gives it to the handoff there. And then they try this lateral thing here. He almost had it for a second there. I'm not going to lie. And they do it lateral. He runs way too far back. And for some reason, here's where they fuck up. Normally with a lateral play, you hand it to a guy that's fast. If you're giving it to a guy that's not intending to run, then you're giving it to someone just because you're going down and it's a last ditch effort kind of thing. So they can get it to the next person. You're just keeping that ball alive. Never, ever, ever would you give it to the quarterback. The reason you don't give it to the quarterback is because the quarterback, you don't want to risk that quarterback getting hurt. Chances are, unless he's like a Lamar Jackson or a Kyler Murray or a Jalen Hurts, even a Daniel Jones. If they're a fast quarterback, that makes sense. If you're a pocket passer like Mac Jones, you got no business touching this football ever. The fact that the Patriots not only did that, but look at this. He's at the 28-yard line here, right? 29 even. He goes all the way back to the 40. He drops back 9 yards before giving that to his quarterback, the worst person he can give it to. He can give it to this guy. Look, there's so many people right here. Number 60, number 77. Any of those is a better option. He gives it to the fucking, well, because then he goes to, go into overtime is an even better play. And because I don't want to show this play a million times this episode, I'm going to just show it off now. This was about to make it to fucking brutal hits right here. Because watch what happens. Chandler Jones just grabs this motherfucker. He sees Mac Jones and goes, "Nah, dog, not today. This is our game." He just sits his ass the fuck down like a toddler and just takes it on in. Raiders get the win. Not only the win, but the win in the game that is going to go down in history as one of the stupidest fucking plays in NFL history. I'm not
Under
playing.
Bill Belichick. How mad do you think Bill Belichick was? Because that's not a play he called.
You want to know who called it? You know what? It might have been something under his guy. I was going to say this might have been some special teams shit, and in that case, that's the Giants head coach from last year, Joe Judge. But either way, I wanted to point something out real quick. LH, there's the black hole right there. It does still exist. Anyway, we were looking into whether the black hole still existed with the Vegas stadium the other day. So Raiders win. Patriots make history in the weirdest way possible. So congratulations to the Raiders there. But man, sideline is right there too. Yeah, for real. All they need to do is just go down or take a knee. I mean, they're trying to win, right? It kind of makes sense, but that's too much. You're going above and beyond to try to win when you could just take a knee, go to overtime, and then try to win there. But whew, bad play. Bill blamed the QB naturally. Yeah, no shit. I'm here, no sir, sound lurking. Hi, Runa. Hope everyone is having a great night. Oh yeah. Since you skipped out last week. Okay. Since I skipped out last week, I will say
it was
this.
bad last week, Blaze. I mean,
the Eagles made the Giants look like a fucking high school team. Are you happy? Is that what you want, Blaze? Is that what you want me to say? Let's talk about the Eagles and Giants. I knew he was gonna fucking say it. Oh man, it's bad, dog. They embarrassed them. They embarrassed them. They made me like not even want to watch football for the full day. That shit was bad. But they got it back, right? They picked themselves up and they said, you know what? This is our season to lose. We can go into Washington and we can take it from here. And let me tell you what the fuck happened. Number 5. Where's my boy at? He's not on this play. Oh, there he is. He's dropped back into coverage. Kayvon Thibodeau, defensive end for the Giants, rookie defensive end for the Giants. He was one of their first round picks in the draft this year. He came alive this game. Like, he was in every single play, it seemed like. If somebody was getting tackled, if a quarterback was getting pressured, Kayvon Thibodeau was there. It was just insane, the amount of energy he brought to this game this game. But yeah, the Giants fucking they needed this win bad.
Yeah,
they needed this win real bad. I got the flag up though. You see? Yeah. So with this win, I think they go into it came down to these two teams
right now.
Yeah, they have a wild card spot right now. But it came down to this game right here. If either one of this team wins, suddenly like their playoff chances were in like the high 80s, low 90%. If either one of these teams loses, their playoff chances are in the high 20s, low 30%. So this was a must win for both of these teams. And they played like it was a fucking must win for both of these teams. It was a very physical game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a lot of crazy good hits, a lot of not a lot of big plays. When there was one, it was like, holy shit, that was crazy. Big defensive game of inches, you know? But Mr. Heineke couldn't pull it off. Giants end up winning this one. Another missed field goal for fucking Washington. No, that one was a good one. Anyway, yeah, Giants end up winning 20-12. Actually, let's talk last play of this game. There was a bit of a controversial end to this, and Eagles fans will be familiar with this. A bad call, right? So like, this is it right here. It's 4th and goal. Washington has it. They're on the 6-yard line. Granted, they need 8 points. There's less than a minute left in the game. This is the last play for them. Do or die right here. If they score a touchdown, they still have to line up and get a 2-point conversion to tie it and go into overtime. So the ball gets snapped. Right off the bat, I want to point out number 5 here. Number 5 is drilling for the quarterback, as he was the entire game. And then he gets poked in the eye. Illegal hands to the face. He goes off to the side. He's now taken out of the play. Look, right here, he can beam it towards the quarterback and just end his career because this guy forgot he even existed. But he does it because he's like holding his eye. This was defensive pass interference. Here's the missed call right here. the Giants are all over this guy. That's 100% defensive pass interference. That should have been called, but so should have illegal hands to the face. So both could have been called. Neither was. They let him play. Results in it. Giants win. So I just wanted to point that out.
Mhm.
Oh shit, that's all the games I have. That's it.
all the games. So
That's all the games.
shall we get into? Well, since we're on that game, let me do my
Like the
segment.
rump in the sheets of game events. Did you want to do your segment first?
Do mine since we're already kind of there.
All right, hold on. We gotta make.
I need you to be great today.
Gotta make sure we get the right transition. All right, who you got this week? Someone from the
So my
Washington?
outfield player of the week is number 5 from the New York Giants, Kayvon Thibodeau.
He won
He
this
played-
game for the Giants.
He won this game for the Giants. Like literally, like I was thinking about like, okay, yeah, I could have went with Minnesota. I could have went with, that comeback Kirk Cousins. Shit, I could have went with Trevor Lawrence. I
That's
could have
weird.
went with Joe Burrow. Like he had a game, He went against the Bucks, and destroyed Tom Brady. That was a blowout.
Mhm.
But I'm like, you know what? This guy, this was a must win, like Carnage said. Like, and he stopped a touchdown. What was it? He got a touchdown. He
Mhm.
did a fumble recovery, a touchdown, and a few sacks, right?
Strip
say it right?
strip sack, fumble, recovery, and a touchdown all in the same play.
Yep.
I think it's this one right here, actually. Yeah, he strip sacks Taylor Heineke, grabs the ball himself, and goes into the end zone and gets a touchdown. All by himself. Did the whole play by himself.
So,
Oh, man.
But here you go. Here, like what they just showed, like of him getting the touchdown.
Yeah.
Fumble. He caused the fumble and he recovered for the touchdown.
Mhm.
So that's my outshare player of the week.
Oh, did
That's
they not
really
show the
it.
one play? There's one
You
play I
know.
wanted to show off that they're not going to show because it's not really a. There was a play where he kind of got juked. They did an option and he was trying to go after the quarterback. He missed him or something like that, and the quarterback ended up coming around and just like kind of missed him on an angle. Well, he never gave up and he came back around and he caught up to the quarterback and still made the tackle. It's hard to explain. It's really cool to show, but unfortunately I don't have it. So either way. Yeah, can't really do a lot when it comes to stats with defensive players. So unfortunately, we just kind of have to show clips off for that.
So
so
but
that
he
was the point of
deserved
that.
it. He
Oh, yeah.
played his heart out and he knew what it was for. So
Okay,
that's enough
let's
here.
move on to Brutal Carnage. This week we have the Seattle and San Fran game. Let's see what happens. Geno Smith back for a pass. He just dumps it off to the running back there, and he gets popped. This was fun because he just kind of like got double hit right here, one there, and then this guy just wasn't ready for number 2 there. Just hit it right on the ball. It was just perfect scoop and score. Or actually, he didn't score, but he did get in the red zone with this one. So that was a crazy play. And then a pretty crazy takedown at the end there too. So next up we have Chargers and Tennessee. This one was fun. He gets like upended and like flipped over. I think that's Austin Eckler.
Okay, yeah.
I had to show a little bit of the Titans.
Damn.
Had to show a little bit of Titans for our boy. A little bit of Titan love for our boy. Even though I don't know if he's still watching football or not this week.
I know we didn't talk about it. Just for you.
Then last but not least, we had to show this because Kermit the Frog. Ooh, that's the wrong one. Excuse that for a moment. Kermit the Frog kind of got upended a little bit here. This one was a good one. So Patrick Mahomes gets a muffed punt and then just gets thrown the fuck down. Look at this. Just slams to the ground and he kind of spins a little bit on his back like a frightened turtle. Not going to show the greatest INT. Shit, you know what? I should have probably pulled that up.
For what?
Yeah, remember the play with the Tennessee guy where they volleyed it back in for the interception?
Yeah, that was a good play.
Yeah, I didn't have that one. I didn't think
One just because come on, it's the Texans against the Chiefs. Like, it went into overtime. Don't get me wrong, the Chiefs almost lost it, but the Chiefs do what the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes did what Patrick Mahomes does best.
You got pen and paper? We got to do our picks.
I do not have pen and paper.
Well, you go ahead and do that.
In Discord and just put them.
Well, no, we need them.
Else.
We need them for the YouTube as well.
Oh, okay.
We won't take long. Don't worry.
Can you type mine?
I can type yours in.
You can type mine? Okay.
Okay. So we'll do this way. Jags and Jets for the Thursday night game. So who do you got for that?
Jags.
You got the Jags?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm taking the Jets.
Okay.
Falcons at Ravens, Saturday, 1:00.
I don't know if Lamar Jackson, he didn't practice. I'm still gonna go with the Ravens.
Ravens. I'm taking Atlanta.
Okay.
Lions, Panthers, Saturday, 1:00.
Lions.
That's who I'm taking. Carolina, no one's taking that. Okay, Seattle, Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Yeah, I'm taking Kansas City as well. Let's see here. Saints at Browns. Oof. I'm taking Saints.
Brown. Sean Watson, a little bit better quarterback than Andy Dalton.
We'll see. Texans at Titans.
Texans at Titans. Titans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm taking Titans as well. Bengals at Patriots. Oof. That's a good one.
Come on now, I'm Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I'm taking Cincy as well on that one.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. Giants at Vikings. Oh boy.
I'm taking Vikings. You know me.
I'm taking the Giants. If anyone's depending on my picks for the week, I would strongly suggest possibly not picking that pick because that's my pick as a fan. You don't have to pick that. On to the next one. Bills at Bears.
Bills. Come on now. What happened to Tannehill, Silent Mace? I didn't see that.
Tannehill might be out. Yeah, there was remember Malik Willis was playing a little bit last week, but Tannehill came back, I thought.
He came back. I seen him come back.
Is he good or no? All right. Meanwhile, Washington at San Fran. Oh, that's an easy one. I don't know. Actually, oh fuck. I don't know. That might be.
Oh, we heard his ankle. Okay, yeah, that was the thing.
I'm gonna take San Fran as well. I'm not gonna risk that one. Eagles, Cowboys.
I'm taking the Eagles.
I'm taking Dallas.
I'm
taking Dallas.
Oh, I know that hurt. Well, it hurts you either way. But.
Yeah, it hurts me either way. It doesn't fucking matter. Both of these teams suck. I'm taking Dallas. Raiders at Steelers.
Raiders.
I'm taking the Steelers.
Oh, wow.
Packers at Dolphins. That's a good one, too.
I'm taking Dolphins.
Yeah, I'm taking Dolphins as well.
Yeah, they need a comeback win.
Broncos at Rams. Ooh. That's a good one.
That's two sucky teams.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Rams.
I'm going to take the Broncos.
Okay.
Bucks at Cardinals.
Colt McCoy might be out, so they might go to their third string quarterback. FYI.
Who you got?
I'm going to do the Bucks because Tom Brady needs a comeback win.
Yeah, and a third string quarterback's the team to do it against. Okay, and last but probably least, Chargers at Colts.
Chargers.
Damn it. I think I'm going to take the Colts on this one.
Are you sure? Like, come on now. The Chargers beat They almost beat the Chiefs.
And the Colts almost beat the Vikings. What's your point?
Yeah, but they let them come back. Come on now. And Jonathan Taylor is going to be out.
Jonathan Taylor's going to be out. You're right. Good call. I'm taking the Chargers. You're right. Okay. So that's that. I hope you guys followed along. I'm going to laugh if Brady loses to a third string.
Right. That'd be pretty bad.
Colts did beat the Chiefs. That's true. That's true. I gotta take the Chargers. You know what? My record has been a little crazy lately. There was last week's picks that y'all didn't hear about that somebody called me up and got from me, and I know he's gonna be very he might not even watch this week based on those picks. I'm sorry. So they've been pretty bad lately. So I'm not even trying to jump out the window with any crazy guesses this week. I'm gonna do pretty basic ones. If you guys didn't catch live, we'll definitely for sure put them in the Discord, and feel free to use the Discord to add your own picks yourself.
Yep. And we can discuss it next week.
Yeah, we're definitely looking forward to that. We kind of had to put a little bit of a break to it because of the whole sickness and all of that, but we're back in the full swing of things. Playoffs are right around the corner, so there's a lot to cover in the upcoming weeks. So yeah, it should be a good one. But that is just about it for Hail Married. What kind of crazy things do you expect next week to happen? Anything good? Any crazy predictions?
No, it's just gonna be interesting to see, like, the people who already clinched, do they play? Like, do they play Kirk Cousins? Do they play Jalen Hurts?
Mm,
You know, it's just gonna be
good
interesting.
questions. Good
And
questions.
it's
I
gonna be
like that.
interesting to see who's gonna make it as far as, like, what teams are in the hunt. For the NFC, is the whole East gonna be in there? We don't
Mm,
know. Is Detroit gonna sneak in there? We don't know. Like, it's
it's gonna
just,
happen with
you
Washington,
know,
all of that. Yeah,
yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see.
I like
I
it.
look forward to that. So,
Um,
alright, guys, well,
and then not to mention, there's a lot going on with the AFC too. There's still a lot of AFC teams that could do it. Miami doesn't look bad. Buffalo doesn't look bad. Kansas City doesn't look bad. I don't know. We will see for sure. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. We're gonna go ahead and raid Birds as the words. He's gonna be on the Halloween event. Yeah, the Christmas event. That is going to be tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So be sure to go in and give him some love. Let him know what's going on, and that we're looking forward to seeing him tomorrow night. I want to give my team hope, but after last game, yeah, I hear that. It was hard for me to watch the Giants game last week because I'm like, oh, after that Eagles loss, do I even want to watch Giants anymore? But I'm glad I did. We pulled it off. So yeah. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for the love and support. As always, we're gonna go hop in with Birds, like we said. Let's go give them some of that DMG love. Until next week, y'all.
see you next week.
Peace. And let me just talk with Birds for a few.